What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. We have a ton of brand new footage to break down for what was the most anticipated trailer of all time, the official first trailer and second look at Spider-Man No Way Home, released this evening. We're gonna go frame by frame, break it all down, and of course, I know more and more Easter eggs are going to pour out in the coming weeks and months as we break all of this down again and again. But for a trailer that didn't reveal the live-action Spider-Verse, masks off Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield as some of us had dreamed, it did actually reveal a ton about the narrative and what's going on in Spider-Man No Way Home. We can start to stitch together the story, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're breaking down everything in the new footage, Easter eggs, things you missed, and the overall arching theme that Spider-Man can't get everything he wants. But first, if you could maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. We do everything here at the channel, daily Marvel content, everything from official interviews, Easter egg breakdowns just like this, to the occasional insider scoop, anonymous 4chan plot leak, and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That'll automatically enter you to win our next giveaway, a PlayStation 5 at 900,000 subscribers, which we're going to hit at any day. Again, all you got to do, hit the sub button, leave a comment down below. If you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there.
Ever since I got bit by that spider, I've only had 1 week where my life has felt normal. That was when you found out.
So if you paid attention at all in English class, you'll remember this is clearly called foreshadowing. Opening up the trailer, Peter Parker professing his love for MJ, setting her up as the most important thing in his life, letting her know the only time anything felt normal is when they connected over the fact that he's Spider-Man, now in this moment of peril when he seems to be at his lowest point. Over the identity reveal, she's the person who's closest to him.
Botched that spell where you wanted everyone to forget that Peter Parker's Spider-Man. We started getting some visitors. From every universe.
Hello, Peter.
And cue up some recycled footage from the original teaser, but that's okay because you know after the first minute or so it's going to be all new frames. And is it me, or is Doctor Strange still acting very peculiar? Some of the held theories from the first trailer that he may be Wanda, he may be Mephisto, but then we get some more bridge memes. Spider-Man No Way off the bridge. We finally see Green Goblin involved in that fight more than a bomb. A brand new look at the gold and black integrated suit, and then some more of the shot where presumably Doc Ock introduces himself to Tom Holland Peter Parker for the first time.
You're not Peter Parker.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Dr. Otto Octavius.
Wait, no, seriously, what's your actual name?
Okay, so first up, if there was any question from the still shots we got from Empire, those tentacles are definitely red and gold, and there's some more indications that the nanotech is learning from the Stark tech on that Iron Man suit. Also, an amazing, pun totally intended, reference to Iron Man here when you see the nanotech sort of move what's left over on Peter's face down to his chest to protect him from the octopus arm. This is very similar to what we saw from both of Iron Man's nanotech iterations in the Mark 50 in Infinity War and the Mark 85 by the end of Avengers Endgame. They then play the name game with Dr. Otto Octavius, Dr. Octopus, and start laughing. I mean, the name game with Peter has always been a thing, and I kind of like this humor in the trailer because his name is pretty ridiculous.
There are others out there. We need to send them back. So, Scooby-Doo this crap.
You know, all this is kind of your mess. I know a couple of magic words myself, starting with the word please.
Please. Scooby-Doo this crap.
Okay, straight up, now when he said there are others and showed him swinging in the woods, that sort of made me think of Into the Spider-Verse, but quickly you realize he means villains. Speaking of which, completely ignore Electro over Spider-Man's right shoulder. Your man's Spider-Man costume has seen better days. He definitely has duct tape strapped around in what look like backpack strap configurations, almost as if they're holding the arms onto this Spider-Man suit. And take a good look at his right shoulder, again ignoring Electro completely. Can you see the wiring hanging out there? Now, there were rumors that this is actually the black and red suit we've already seen in Far From Home, just turned inside out because of the amount of damage that it takes somewhere else during Spider-Man No Way Home. That would definitely seem to be indicated by the fact that we can see the wiring from the inside of the suit there. Now, this is also supposed to be some sort of iteration of the integrated suit. That's why we see the Doctor Strange magic. This is one of the coolest shots in the trailer, and while Doctor Strange continues to act like a jerk, I really feel like the scene was sort of a nod to Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction, where the wolf is sent to help them clean up the car. Just the way the scene went down and the timing, it sort of felt comedically exactly the same. A nod to an iconic scene in an iconic film, but still feels a little weird coming from an MCU movie.
You're flying out into the darkness to fight ghosts.
What do you mean?
They all die fighting Spider-Man. It's their fate. I'm sorry, kid.
Yeah, me too.
So there is actually quite a bit in this little clip we just got. First of all, after a couple more shots of Tom Holland's Peter Parker swinging along the power lines, you get a first look at J. Jonah Jameson in the MCU, not on the screen. And then Dr. Otto Octavius explains that they're fighting ghosts. The second reference to ghosts right after the Scooby-Doo comment, and then Doctor Strange explains it's their fate to die fighting Spider-Man. These are all villains that are coming back after Spider-Man in previous iterations have killed them. But remember, those are other Peter Parkers, not this Peter Parker, Tom Holland's Peter Parker. So he wants to sort of avenge for that and or make up for it by helping these villains, and that's what causes the rift between him and Doctor Strange.
Don't.
Look, there has to be another way!
There isn't. They're a danger to our universe.
You're not gonna take this away from me.
Peter, you're struggling to have everything you want while the world tries to make you choose.
Okay, so without glossing over too much of this too fast, Peter obviously disagreeing with Doctor Strange, wanting to grab whatever that cube does. A lot of people have assumed it controls what's going on with those prisons that we've seen in the basement of the Sanctum Sanctorum. Obviously, Peter and Strange are going to square off a little more than we see in this trailer. Now take a good look at Doc Ock's arms. You can see a little bit of yellow, a little bit of gold there, but no red. Then in the next scene, we see red and gold and a bit of blue. Can you see the blue there between the red links inlaying on his arms? Obviously, the idea that his nanotech in his arms are upgrading and or integrating with Stark's tech from the Iron Spider suit that he gave him. This is almost confirmed, basically seen by these frames. Now, after we get a quick shot of Aunt May running, and again, you can clearly see the blue now after I've pointed it out, we get a first look at Jamie Foxx's Electro, a complete redesign, and you get the classic nod to the costume made out of electricity in the crown when he blasts. We then get a shot of Peter with that box, whatever it's going to end up doing. Again, I think it controls what's going on with the prisons, and then a clear shot, finally, of a tease of Green Goblin when we see him then in two forms with an upgraded costume. You can clearly see a very different design after what we've used to see him as during the Tobey Maguire trilogy. And then we get what looks like a very similar explosion to the bands that we saw originally when the spell was cast by Doctor Strange earlier in the trailer. And now it looks like this is lining up for one of the craziest shots in the movie.
This is all my fault. I can't save everyone.
They're starting to come through, and I can't stop them.
Okay, so remember about 8 minutes ago at the beginning of this breakdown where I said it was foreshadowing? Yeah, this is the moment where it pays off after what looks like an incredible shot of him facing off at least against 3 villains of the multiverse Sinister Six, also now confirmed to take place at the Statue of Liberty from the original concept art we saw in a book from Far From Home. Take a quick look at this shot. MJ is not the only one who is in trouble. classic he can't save everyone, as he just mentioned moments ago via the dialogue, and this of course invoking all of the Gwen Stacy vibes from Andrew Garfield's trilogy in a moment that ends the trailer hoping that Tom Holland's Peter Parker will be able to save her. Then in a moment that's sure to be lined up with a ton of spots from both WandaVision and Loki, where King saw the breaking of the multiverse, we have Doctor Strange atop of the Statue of Liberty admitting that he can't hold them back, in a moment that looks much bigger than just whether or not they should let these villain iterations run free. There is so much to be excited for, and really, I mean, honestly, now that I've broken it all down, this trailer didn't give away much, but it definitely gave us a better look at the film, cleared up some narrative stuff we were wondering about, and honestly, I kind of like the fact that Tobey and Andrew weren't in it. Guys, let me know all of your thoughts down below. Of course, we're going to keep breaking down all of the footage, more theories to come. Let me know any Easter eggs, things we missed in the background, any of the deep cut stuff that I know is going to be coming out in the next 24 to 48 hours. Drop them in the comments. I'm all ears as always. And quickly, let's jump into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we're giving away a PlayStation 5 now at 900,000 subscribers. Again, that's going to be like the 10th or 15th console we've given away in the last 4 years. PlayStation 4 Pros, then we started giving away PlayStation 5s. We're just going to keep doing it. 900,000 is the next one. All you have to do to be entered to win, or for any of the giveaways here at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button, then leave a comment down below, because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, wherever you listen to original music under the name All Fires, and I would sincerely appreciate if you would check me out there. Otherwise, thanks for checking out this channel. Stick around. We have a lot in the days to come for Spider-Man No Way Home.